Hi guys, this is Andrew at CPR Supply Source. Today we're going to be talking about what equipment do you need to be able to perform CPR. Before we jump into that and I answer those questions, let me just remind you to please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel so you can stay up to date and informed with future content that we put out. We do things on a weekly basis and we would love to be able to stay in touch and engage with you there. So, what do you need? Really, the answer for what you need for CPR is nothing. Nowadays with the rise of hands-only CPR, you can literally perform CPR and respond to somebody in cardiac arrest without having any equipment on hand. So the principle behind hands-only CPR is you're going to go ahead and start performing chest compressions at a rate of about 100 to 120 beats per minute, and you just do that constantly, non-stop, until other help arrives or you become too tired. You don't need to worry about giving breaths, anything like that. Now, if you choose to give breaths, that still is an acceptable form of CPR. You can do mouth-to-mouth, although it's generally discouraged nowadays to do that with people that you don't know. But if it's a family member or a close friend, you certainly can do that if you are trained and know how to do that appropriately. Now, even if there's no concern about communicable diseases, there is still going to be some concern about vomiting. That's a fairly common thing that happens during CPR because you're blowing air not just into the lungs but into the stomach as well, and that can cause them to vomit. And so it can be a little nasty to get some of that up into your mouth if you're doing mouth-to-mouth on a person. And that's where some sort of a barrier device can come in handy. You could use even something as simple as like a handkerchief, just to put a little bit of a barrier, and you can blow through that if you wanted. So that's one way. You can also buy these commercial devices. So there's keychain masks, and this is going to be a plastic barrier that you put over the face with usually some sort of a cloth barrier that goes right over the mouth area. And these are really compact. You can put them on your keychain, carry them around. You also have pocket masks, which come in usually a hard shell, sometimes a soft nylon case, and inside is going to be a mask that goes over their nose and mouth, and it's going to have a one-way valve on it as well. And that one-way valve again allows air to go in, but allows nothing to come back up. And most pocket masks also will come with usually some gloves and alcohol prep pads. I don't really know a whole lot what the advantage to an alcohol prep pad would be, but the gloves are definitely practical. Aside from the person potentially vomiting and you're having to deal with that, a lot of people in cardiac arrest also are incontinent, and so it can get a little messy, and having some protection on your hands can go a long ways. The last piece that you could consider using if you're in a healthcare setting is going to be a bag valve mask. So bag valve mask, and this will hook up to oxygen as well, or it can if you wanted to help give you a more concentrated oxygenation as you're ventilating your patient. This is considered a two-rescuer skill though, so technically you really only are going to see these with trained emergency personnel, and but this is yet another option for performing CPR. But it really all comes down to that. So compressions are compressions. You don't need any kind of tools to do CPR. You've got your hands, and then on top of that, the airway is optional if you don't have any kind of a barrier device. But if you choose to give breaths, there's a whole lineup of accessories and products that you can use to kind of up your CPR efficiency and quality. Hopefully that was helpful and informative. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to drop it in the comments below. We will respond to every question that comes through. Or if you have comments, if maybe I didn't think of something, I would love to hear that, and make sure to add it to the list of equipment that you need. Of course, any and all of this equipment that we covered can be purchased on CPR Supply Source. So take a look at cprsupplysource.com. Thanks for watching. This is Andrew. We'll see you in the next video.